This is a test comparing the boil time on a Snow Peak 700 titanium mug using either a 14-gram Esbit tablet in a Brian Green design Esbit stove or 1 ounce, approximately 26 grams of denatured alcohol in an Andrew Skurka design cat food stove. The stove we're using for the Esbit tablet is from Brian Green, so hop on over to his website to look at the design. This is modified from his design. I've made this out of a piece of stainless steel shim, so thin, lightweight stainless. For the pot stand, I'm using 1/2-inch hardware cloth. So each of these squares are 1/2 inch tall. This makes a total height of 1.5 inches. The diameter, I just eyeballed it. For my pot, I'm using a 700 Snow Peak, 700 milliliters. It has marks on it up to 16 ounces. It's marked on the inside. I've got water with ice in it, so we know this is almost exactly 32-degree water. And we're going to bring it up to a boil. Now we're at about 2,500 feet of elevation, so it's not going to be exactly 212 degrees, but it's going to be pretty close. If you want to know the exact temperature we reach, please look it up online. Maybe we'll put it down here for you. I'm not using a thermometer today because we don't have one, but we will go until the first bubble point. So first, let's do the Esbit tablet. We're going to light it. We're going to put 16 ounces of water in this cup using, this is not a certified measuring device, but this is what we're using. We're going to fill it up to the brim, do 2 of these into here. We're going to light it, we're going to start the timer, and we're going to time it until the first bubble, and then we're going to continue timing it until the tablet runs out, or until usable flame goes away. We'll do that with Esbit first, and then we're going to go to denatured alcohol. So the denatured alcohol I have here, it's repackaged, but this is hardware store. I think I got it at Walmart. It comes in a metal can. It's a pretty standard thing. I'm going to use 1 ounce, and the way we're going to measure out 1 ounce is by taking our cat food can stove. Now this is Andrew Skurka design. Hop on over to his website to see. It's got 2 rows of 16 holes, punched with a standard El Cheapo hole punch. We're going to take this, put it on a scale, tare it, and I'm going to measure out 1 ounce of alcohol for you. So let's go ahead and get started. The Esbit tablets we're using are 14 grams. This is Esbit name brand solid fuel cubes. On the side here, they advertise, they weigh 14 grams, and it says you can boil 1 pint of water in 8 minutes. It says a total burn time of 12 minutes. Now, I know from personal experience, and many of you online there from personal experience know that you cannot reach 12 minutes burn time by simply setting the tablet onto a rock and burning it. You must use some type of stove. So that's a shout out to Brian Green and many others who have given us ideas on how to improve that. Alright, we're going to measure out 1 ounce of denatured alcohol straight into the stove. Alright, and our stove says, so 1.0 ounces is what the scale is saying. Let's convert that over to grams. It's showing 26 grams. So, very, very close. So we'll be measuring 26 grams of alcohol compared to the 14 grams of Esbit tablets. And if you want to, you can write like 32 degrees on the screen or whatever.
So 11 minutes mid.
A note here, about these alcohol stoves. I'm using a pot that's taller than it is wide, and this is a fairly inefficient design, especially for these alcohol stoves. As you can see, the flame is coming out of this pot, and there's no spot on here. You can't see the back of it, but take my word on it, there's no intake on this. So to make fire, you need oxygen, fuel, and heat. Well, where the fuel meets the oxygen is on the outside of this can. So the combustion is only happening on the outside. So these flames that you see are the only flames. There are no flames on the inside of this stove going directly up to the pot. So the heat is on the edge of this stove. If I had a pot that was wider than it is tall, this would be a fairly efficient design. But for these mugs, for these lightweight titanium mugs like this, this stove, you've got a little bit of a disadvantage to this alcohol stove. I've cooked in this before, and you'll burn food right at the edge of the pot. Now, with the Esbit stove, with this, you've got oxygen all throughout this, so it's not inert on the inside of the stove like the alcohol is. This has oxygen throughout the pot stand. So the Esbit tablet burns straight up to the pot, and then the flame goes the whole area of the bottom of the pot. So you have more flame contact with the pot when you're using a hardware cloth pot stand like this and an Esbit tablet. Today we tested boiling 16 ounces of water using a 14-gram Esbit tablet in a modified brine green design Esbit stove with a hardware cloth pot stand. And we compared that to 26 grams, approximately 26 grams, so 1 ounce of denatured alcohol and an Andrew Skurka design cat food stove. We use a Snow Peak 700. This is a titanium mug with the titanium lid that comes with it. In both tests, we started with ice water, so the water's almost exactly 32 degrees. I didn't use any ice in the pot. We just scooped the water. The ice is in this to regulate the temperature of this pan here, and we scooped water out using a kitchen cup measure. This is not certified measuring cup, but it's fairly close. You can see the results. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next video. Bye.